NASCAR revealed a series of new and updated rule changes made to the sport's rulebook on Friday, January 10th, which will be implemented for the upcoming racing season. The first item that was both revealed and is new to NASCAR highlights the creation of the Open Exemption Provisional Rule, which would enable world-class competitors opportunities to be guaranteed starting spots for an event, pending a pre-approval, case-by-case process from NASCAR. The Open Exemption Provisional Policy, which would mirror a similar policy called Promoter's Choice Provisional, that would enable special or invited competitors to compete in events involving certain forms of short-track competition, would become a factor in the event if a Cup entry list for an upcoming race exceeds the maximum starting list of 40 cars. Within this format that restricts any current full-time Cup competitor from being eligible, an open exemption provisional entry would still be eligible for race victories and an automatic berth to the Cup Series All-Star race. The entry, however, would not be eligible for any race points, prize money, championship points, or automatic berths to the playoffs. Another rule that received a critical update was NASCAR's damaged vehicle policy. Beginning in 2025, any entry driven or towed to the garage after being involved in an on-track incident will not be automatically ruled out of a race. Instead, teams will be allowed to repair and have their respective cars returned to the track. The 7-minute clock will still be implemented across all racing venues, minus Atlanta Motor Speedway, which runs on an 8-minute clock. The time limit in the clock represents the time all teams will receive to attempt to repair the cars on pit road. Any team that does not complete the repairs on pit road by the time the time limit expires will have to have their respective entries taken to the garage. Compared to the previous 8 seasons, where any team that violates the damaged vehicle policy clock would automatically be ruled out of the event, the repairs can still be made for the entries to return. A third critical component that was updated by NASCAR was the sport's use of assessing playoff waivers to competitors who miss even a single event throughout a season, especially throughout a regular season stretch. Within the updated waiver policy for the 2025 season, any driver who is suspended misses a race, or is absent for any reason aside from medical or emergency, is subject to forfeit all past and future playoff points earned throughout a season and before the playoffs, even if granted a waiver. Competitors granted waivers for playoff eligibility would commence the postseason with a maximum of 2,000 points once the playoff standings are set. With the new rules revealed, the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series season will commence at Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, for the Cookout Clash on February 2nd, with a coverage start time at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. This event will be followed by the 67th running of the Daytona 500 at Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida, scheduled for February 16th with a coverage start time at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox.